Hi everybody. This is gonna be a guitar tutorial for the song Run by Viphurit. This tutorial is a long time in the making. I remember when I posted my cover of this song about a year ago, I told a bunch of people that I'd be making the tutorial for it pretty soon, but I just kind of never got around to it. So to those people, I'd like to apologize for making you wait this long. But I hope you find this tutorial that I'm posting now helpful, nevertheless. So yeah. Okay, so the very first, very important thing that you have to know about the song is the tuning. The song is mostly in standard tuning, but your E string, your low E string, has to be tuned down to a D. So it's actually D, A, D, G, B, E. I should have my guitar out here. Okay, yeah, I have my guitar out now. So yeah, it should be in D, A, D, G, B, E. So it should sound just like this. Like this. So yeah. Also, I understand that some of you may just be interested in looking at the chords of the song and not hear me explain a lot of it. So the first part of this video will actually be me like kind of playing through the entire song, and I'll be having the chord diagrams basically on my left hand side or my right hand side, whichever one I decide to do. And then after I do that cover, I'm gonna go more in depth about the strumming pattern and how I like to play this song. Okay, so that's about it. So again, thank you for watching, and I hope you find this video helpful.
You've been camping all over my mind, digging for purple matter, feeding your fire. And I've been walking about on cloud nine, sipping on aging fine wine. Can't get me higher. You pull me out just to push me in. You're up to dawn, trying to move on. Lovers gone wrong. Let go, it hurts, I know. It's time to run. Moonrise kingdom. Just bury your worries and sing. Oh, 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 oh. We've been walking around in circles, fighting our endless battles. But really, who cares? You pull me out just to push me in again. Life gets rough. Just don't keep the world on your shoulder. You're up to dawn, trying to move on. Lovers gone wrong. Let go, it hurts, I know. Just bury your worries and sing along.
Okay, so the biggest challenge that I imagine people will have learning this song will be the strumming pattern. But I assure you that with enough practice, it will become very easy. So to teach you guys the strumming pattern, I would first like you all to palm mute the top 3 strings, okay? So E, A, D, the top 3 strings, just lightly touch it with your skin, the top 3 strings, and it will create this kind of effect if you didn't already know. So I want you guys to palm mute the top 3 strings and basically play an up down pattern. Just like that, okay? Up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And make sure that you are palm muting the top 3 strings and you're playing nothing else, right? So, and this rhythm will be the basic structure of the strumming pattern for this song. And when it comes time to begin playing the melody, when it comes time to begin playing the melody, you simply just have to fit in that chord into the strumming pattern as you are playing, which sounds complicated, but for example, it'll be like this. All right. So notice how I am strumming the normal strumming pattern, and the only time that I go down to these bottom 3 notes is the times when the melody plays, okay? So I'm always going up and down on the top 3 strings, and when it comes time for me to actually start playing the bottom notes, I just have to fit it in, basically, kind of like a puzzle piece. I have to fit it in to my strumming pattern. Alright, just for a little side note, if you're curious on what I'm doing with my right hand besides palm muting, by actually hitting the strings, I really just use my thumb and my index finger together, and I just kind of make this shape with my hand, and that's how I'm picking. I'm kind of picking downwards. Okay, so that's just a little side note for that. And yeah, just like I said earlier, the strumming pattern is going to be a little difficult at first, but I assure you that the more you practice it, the easier it will be. Also, I would also recommend you guys to listen to the original song and just kind of try to memorize when Phum plays the melody and just get to know the song to familiarize yourself with the song even better, just so you could anticipate when you're gonna be ready to play these parts of the song, okay? Okay, now that we got the strumming pattern out of the way, this next part of the video will be me basically breaking down each chord that you will need to know, and maybe some niche things about the song that you might also want to know. So this part's gonna be a little longer. So yeah. So you already know about the strumming pattern. So the first chord is this one, and how you play this is that with your middle finger, you're gonna put it on the 11th fret of the G. You're gonna put your index finger on the 10th fret of the B, and you're gonna put the ring finger on the 12th fret, but also on the B string. So basically, you have 2 fingers on the same note, but that's just so it can make it easier for you to go from the first note to the first chord to the second chord. So it makes it easier because all I have to do is lift off the ring finger. Right? So the next chord, the third chord, will basically just be you barring with your index finger the bottom 2 strings on the same fret, which is the 10th one. So, and then you go back to the first chord and then the second chord. Then you're gonna slide up 5 frets, and you're gonna play the same exact thing. Yeah, so it's the same exact thing. You know, I'm still putting 2 fingers on the same string, and I am still barring it with that one chord. But so that you could play it that way. But what I like to do for this part of the song specifically instead is I like to slide back up here just for a quick moment and quickly slide back down. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Yeah, so I just quickly slide up. This is the second chord of the song, basically, that I showed you a while ago. And then I play that once, I quickly slide back down, and I go into the next chord. So I do either one, whichever one makes you feel more comfortable, whichever one you think is better at.
Then the next chord is this one, and you're gonna basically with your index finger, you're gonna bar the 5th fret, and then on the 7th frets of the G and the B string with your ring finger and your pinky finger, you're just gonna place those there. So and then this part's a little tricky. So basically all you're doing is strumming down once with the chord, then you're gonna open your index finger, strum it just open like that, and hammer on, basically. And then the strumming pattern is just like that. Then I like to just go 3 downstrokes. And then you're gonna go back to the beginning of the song. You know, this is the 2nd chord I taught you. Yeah, so let's go to the 2nd chord. And then you're gonna hammer on. This is the same 2 chords at the beginning that I taught you. You know, I just do that for a stylistic effect. And then you're gonna get into the verse. So all of that was the intro. And the verse is very, very simple. All you're gonna do is be palm muting and playing the top 2 strings just open like that. So you've been camping all over my mind, taking for purple. You already know this chord, and you're just gonna play this part. And I've been hanging around on cloud 9, sipping on aging fine wine. Can't get me higher. Then so right before the chorus, you're gonna play this. You're gonna put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the high E string, of the low E string. You're gonna skip the A string, and then with your ring finger, put it on the 2nd fret of the D. So it's, yeah, so this string in the middle right here is gonna be skipped. You're not gonna play anything there. And you're gonna be palm muting it, of course, like we do for the most of the song. So you pull me out. All you're gonna do is slide it down to the 5th. Out. Just to push, slide back up to the 2nd. Me in. And then just slide to the 7th. And then this is the chord, the bar chord that I already taught you. You're up to dawn. This is a new chord I haven't taught you yet, so it's gonna be your index finger on the 4th fret of the E. Skip the A string, and then skip the A string and the D string, and then with your middle finger on the 4th fret of the G, and your ring finger on the 5th fret of the B. So you're up to dawn, trying to move on. Love's gone wrong. Let go, it hurts. So middle finger on the 5th fret of the A, and your ring finger on the 5th fret of the D. These 2. Let go, it hurts. Remove your ring finger and then add an index finger on the 4th fret of the D. So literally just 1 fret down. Let go, it hurts. I know it's time to run. This chord again. Moonrise Kingdom. Just bury your worries. So just bury your open worries. And then you're basically with your middle finger, you're gonna put it on the 7th fret of the E. Just bury your worries and sing along. Then you're gonna play the intro again for the most, pretty much. And you know, Phum is singing. Whoa, 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 whoa. So it's literally just the intro again. Into the verse. We've been walking around in circles. Yeah, so, and then you're basically going to be going through the song again until you get to the build up to the chorus for the 2nd time. You pull me out
just to push me in again.
And then you just repeat it.
Life gets rough, just don't keep the world on your shoulder.
And then, you know, play the chorus again.
You're up to dawn.
And then after that, I believe it's the actual solo part of the song. And the solo, and it's a little tricky, but basically, remember the first chords I taught you? So imagine that chord, take away your ring finger. Imagine it's the same exact notes, only it'd be easier if you replace your middle finger with your ring finger and with your index finger with your middle finger. So dun dun, slide up 2 frets. Then you're gonna remove your middle finger and add an index. So your index is gonna be going on the 7th fret of the B. Yeah. So dun dun. And this part is your index finger on the 5th fret of the B and your middle finger on the 6th fret of the G. And then you're gonna slide up again, just 2 frets, where your index finger is on the 3rd of the B and your middle finger is on the 4th fret of the G. So slide up 1 fret. So you're gonna hit it, slide up 1 fret, hit it again, and slide. Hit it again, and you're gonna slide up to this chord, which was basically ring finger on the 7th, and then index finger on the 7th, ring finger on the 9th. So far we got. Repeat it again. Yep. Dun, 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 dun. And then you're gonna go put your middle finger on the 8th fret of the B.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yep. And then you go back into and yeah, that's gonna be pretty much my little breakdown of each chord. There's no other chords that are basically in the song. That is all of it. So yeah, which is gonna bring us to the end of this video. So yeah, like I said, the strumming pattern is gonna be the hardest parts, and then just practice that a lot, and make sure you listen to the original song again as many times as you need to try to get familiar with the nuances that he plays. So yeah, that is basically my tutorial on Run by Phum Viphurit. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the description below. Yeah, until next time, guys. Thank you.